Just over 2 years ago, so what are we now, for 2 years and 3 months ago, I had a wipeout in Hawaii, and I got what they call shaken baby syndrome, in the like basically a brain injury and a TBI. So I got shook so hard that I ended up with 4 or 5 different bruises and contusions in the brain, and also a bleed. There was lots of speculation on time of recovery, 10 years, 5 years, maybe not ever back to where I was on the Championship League. A lot of grey area when it comes to the brain and how far you can recover and what can be recovered and what can't. My physical day was going for a walk with a heart rate monitor on, with my heart rate at roughly 140. Throughout that year I'd had post-traumatic amnesia, so 3 times a day I'd forget what happened, where I was, being in the afternoon, struggling to figure out what a fork was, struggling to figure out how to cook my own meal, to struggling to just deal with what had happened. That's when I got left with basically all the muscle damage, organ damage, everything that had been completely shot inside, and that's where I was left with ankles that wouldn't move past 90 degrees. All the tests that I had were like they couldn't move my ankles. Everything was locked stiff in pretty much every joint, knees, back, you name it. And that's when I was just going for a walk, and the heart rate was through the roof, because that's how hard it was for my body to move at that stage. And it took a few months for Dad to convince me to...
yeah, it took a little time.
Took a bit of time. I was pretty stuck. And then that led me to up here, I guess. And when I met Arthur, everything that I'd kind of worked for or achieved in my life, I was kind of just coming up here as a ghost of who I used to be.
And you're just preparing to run your own family as well?
Yeah, preparing to run my own family, to then competing back on the world tour in March 15 or March 11, and that's the very top tier of surfing as a sport. And then the wave itself is the longest wave on the tour, so you have to be extremely fit, and yeah, and I ended up winning that first event. So that's a lot of heats, a lot of practice, a lot of everything, and I ended up winning that first event. Thanks to Arthur.
Yeah. I can recall Arthur saying that we'll get you prepared so that you can be prepared to win your first event.
So when Owen came in, the term you would use was he was shot. Within 5 treatments, Owen was surfing 6-foot waves at South Stradbroke Island. You were a believer then?
I was a believer then. Before I even got to the 5th treatment, Arthur had already told me, you're going to win the Quickie Pro. I was waking up at 5:36 again. I was straight into exercises. I was straight into all the natural things that I used to do as an athlete. That stuff was all gone, and that stuff just all came back so naturally. I had doctors there that at different events and were waiting to see when I was going to break or crash, or when they had to pull me out. Their plan was for me to start the first event, lose, pull me out for an event, start another event, lose, pull me out for an event, maybe start me another event, maybe not surf me the whole year, just to get me back reacquainted with athleticism, life, everything. From the time that I walked in here, what would have been a 2-year, maybe longer process from that time, we did in
Weeks.
I finished 6th in the world.
That's no short feat, coming back from a head injury there in the first year, 6th in the world. You'd go, yeah, I only used 2 points other than what is in your course to fix it. Only 2 points you don't have. Only 2. We used all of the other points are exactly in the course that you are learning. A little bit of experience behind, okay, but aside from that, I want you to know we only used 2 extra points that you didn't have to fix it.